Hello people, this is Lotso7 and welcome to another Showdown Live! And this is actually the best way of me getting some uploads on my channel, Showdown Live, because I really haven't... I kinda have been trying to get in video edited, but it takes time and Showdown Live is easy to do, so hopefully you can understand that. Anyway, we are gonna do some OU battles, testing out a little team what I made some time ago. The final Gambit of the contest! It's the name of the game this time. So, anyway, without further ado, let's look for a battle! Look for a battle indeed and see where it goes. Oh yes, indeed. We're gonna have our Staraptor, Escadrille and all that, and we're gonna face a Wailord! That is just great! So, Wailord is blocking the Landorus, tried to hide it from me. The Choice Scarf Landro, I don't know, it might be a Stealth Rocks actually. So, what my opponent has is a Landorus, a Wailord, Breloom, Cloyster, Espeon, and then a Mega Mobile, most likely. So, leads of my opponent, I would say that probably the Lando is the best lead, perhaps. But whatever the lead is, Xavier is gonna be my best lead in this situation, as the Lando T is gonna lead off. So, look at the Lando T here. I'm not too sure what it's going to go for. I know that I can outspeed it. That's not the question here. The question is, what is it exactly gonna do? So, the thing is that my Choice Curve... I could as well go with U-turn, but I don't know. I think that their idea is to... Final Gambit. Let's do that. There you go with Stealth Rock, and it's gonna give me the free opportunity to bring in my Venusaur. Actually, I could just Venusaur. Maybe it was a bit dumb to go with. We might as well go into Sludge Bomb. It's gonna do the most on those Lando TS. It's gonna go with U-turn. Most likely we're gonna bring in Espeon or Mawile. Mawile is the better switch in, but the Cloyster coming in on this turn as I get my Sludge Bomb off on this turn. And now... Giga Drain is gonna KO. Yeah, that's gonna be that. That's Cloyster no more, but the battle is still young, my ladies and gentlemen. The battle is still young, and the Espeon is gonna come in on this turn, and... why not bring in my Kurt Zizar, the Weeboil, onto the Psychic, and now... knockoff is so... It would be so delicious to go with knockoff, and I want to go for it, I really do. And I get the knockoff out if I get rid of the Espeon, just like that. I was thinking that they might double up to Mawile, but I really didn't want to risk that. I really didn't. So, Mawile is the most obvious switch-in. Breloom is a possible switch-in because of the Mach Punch, which kinda is a bit of a problem for my team, but I still have my Venusaur, hanging about. It's not gonna be that big of a deal. I think I wanna have my Weavoil as a... I'm just gonna bring in Johnson. Johnson should be able to handle Breloom pretty well. It's gonna go with Spore! That's not gonna work there, so... here's the thing. Should I expect a switch to something? I'm not sure, but I must know. Sludge Bomb is the best move I can go for. So... I can keep going with Sludge Bomb. And it's gonna die. I mean, the opponent has a pretty threatening stuff on paper, but it seems that they don't really know how to utilize it well. So that's why they aren't... oh, Stone Edge! That's a new one. Okay, so now we're just gonna bring in Reese. And that's gonna pretty much seal the deal. Because the Stone Edge is gonna miss this time as well. The Mobile isn't even going Mega, so that's something. I don't think the Stone Edge would have really done that much because the Mobile isn't going Mega. If they don't switch into Lando T, it's gonna be pretty much... oh, Substitute is not too much big of a deal. It isn't too big of a deal because I can just get off in my rapid spin. They get off with SD. Doesn't matter. The SD doesn't matter that much. Because the fact remains to be that I still have stuff to handle with this thing. Might as well go with Stealth Rock again. They go with Play Roof. I don't take that. I need to break that saw, but that's the thing. So, Blissey, it shoot out speed, and it also can break the saw, and it isn't going to be that useful anyway, so let's just do that. We're gonna go with Flamethrower there, probably just gonna go with Play Rough or Iron Head, and then we get off with the Flamethrower off, they get off with the Play Rough, taking us out. But that brings me into a situation where I can bring in Johnson and go with Sleep Powder. And that will allow us to win the game, basically, because Mawile is gonna fall asleep. We get off with the Giga Drain, KOing it on this turn, getting ourselves pretty much on max HP, leaving the opponent only with the Wailord. And that's not gonna do much against the Mega Venusaur right here, so that wins us the game. And honestly, I think that I would have lost this game if my opponent would have been playing a bit better. I get up the critical hit. I don't think it matters too much. It's gonna go with Hidden Power. It doesn't even do anything whatsoever. So critical hit Giga Drain just is gonna speed things up, really. Not even that, because it would have been a 2-hit KO anyway. So that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. So I think that the problem here is that my opponent didn't really know what to do with their stuff. I mean, they didn't really do anything doubles or do anything like that, so it wasn't really all that intense of a game. But we are gonna continue on. We are gonna continue on the OU and go with the final Gambit once more. And honestly, leaning over the final Gambit sometimes is a good and bad idea. I admit that much. So my opponent is gonna it's Cloyster or Dragonite. I'm not sure which it's gonna be it, but it's actually gonna be Ninetales. With a balloon, I might as well go with Brave Bird, KO it on the process, and just be over with that. So, Ninetales is going down by the Brave Bird of my Xavier, the Staraptor, and the thing is that this team doesn't really have that much of a focus. Its focus was pretty much around. I'm expecting a Shell Smush, I'm expecting a Shell Smash. If they don't go for it, I'm fine with that as well. They go with Rock Blast, taking out my Xavier, but my Xavier did what it was supposed to do. It was able to dent this Cloyster to the point where I can bring in either Reese to KO it. And to be fairly honest, I just want to bring in Reese for Stealth Rooks. Full Stealth Rooks. Dragonite is a possible switch-in, but I'm... Oh, it outspeed! Why? It has speed EVs, it has speed EVs. That wasn't something I had really anticipated. I want to break the multi-scale. That's the biggest thing I want to do. That is not even multi-scale, that's inner focus. They go with Dragon Claw, and now I'm just gonna bring in Kurt Caesar, and this pretty much is gonna go with Ice Shard, taking it out, no question about that. And now the thing is that I can have an easy time of going with Knockoff on the next turn. Oh, they bring in Caesar, and okay, we're gonna see here. They go for a punch, and I get off with my counter on the Caesar, taking it out just like that. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, is why counter is such a great move to use at times. It really can surprise your opponent, and when you're gonna utilize it well, that's all there's to it. I gotta go with Knockoff, getting rid of the Choice Band. It's gonna go with Avalanche, actually. So now I'm just gonna bring in Blissey. And gonna go with second counter. They go with low kick, and so let's see here, counter. Oh yeah! And that's gonna pretty much win me the game. Because the fact remains to be that I'm just gonna get up with my I'm just gonna make a direct switch on the Venusaur. Just anticipating the Calm Mind. Just because of that. I really don't want to deal with this thing right now, but I'm just gonna go with Lead Seed. Getting that off. They go with another Calm Mind. And as they keep on setting up, I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference because Venusaur can still tank the hits pretty well, and Sludge Bomb is gonna do a decent amount to get the poison actually, and the Draining Kiss isn't a bad move on using Calm Mind Sylveon, but I personally would just go with either Dazzling Gleam or actually Moonblast if it gets it. So, or even Hyper Voice actually, that's the best thing to go for. So, my opponent says GG, I retaliate with another GG, and that's pretty much gonna win the game. Pretty much 2 straightforward games, and nothing really big happening except for the Cloyster with Speed EVs. That actually was a bit surprising, but it's fine, it's fine. I didn't expect it to run max speed like that. Or, I don't even know how much speed it ran, but it still was faster than my Escadrille, which used... Well, this man is bringing some very interesting stuff. So... I wish you luck. I wish you luck. I wish you luck. So, please, thankfully I played the last generation, so I'm expecting this thing, that thing to lead, so I'm just gonna lead off with Weavile. Watchshark is gonna be the lead, and Hypnosis is a possibility. I'm not sure what else Watchshark really runs. I'm just gonna go with knockoff. I mean, I think it is usually super. It's Detect. I guess it's Switcheroo. I believe it's Switcheroo. I could just bring Venusaur on this turn. It's gonna go. Oh, Facade! How did it do that much? How does it? Analytic Facade, ladies and gentlemen. Analytic Facade. So, that wasn't something I really anticipated, to be fairly honest. And honestly, I'm just... Thunderbolt, huh? I would personally go with Toxic Orb, really. Toxic Orb would be a better for this thing. I'm just gonna go with Scald on this turn, taking it out. It's pretty frail, it seems. So what my opponent's gonna bring in is a Honchkrow. So I'm just gonna go with Will-O-Wisp as it goes with Dark Pulse, and now I'm hoping. Oh, they get the flinch. The flinch, ladies and gentlemen, the flinch. So anyway, I'm just gonna bring in Reese. Reese should be able to tank a hit or two. Yeah, that's gonna work. Now we're just gonna get him out of Stealth Rocks. Confuse Ray! Ladies and gentlemen, what is this? I don't know what I'm doing here. Heat Wave! Come on, Reese! Get the Iron Head! Head of Iron! Yes, indeed! So, now we're gonna bring in the Berlin Wall, because this thing is showing to be full-on special. It has the possibility of going with Super Power, but I am really anticipating... I'm not anticipating that at all. Dun-dun-dun-dun. I'm just gonna go, oh, Flamethrower, come on! I'm hacking this, man. I'm hacking this, man, because I get up through my confusion every single time. So what am I going to do? Getting off with my wish. Johnson, come in. Let's see what you can do. Oh, Garafaric anticipating my switch into Johnson. But Johnson gets off the wish, and that's gonna pretty much... Unless it's a sub, I have little to be afraid of. Psychic, excellent. Excellent indeed. So, now we're just gonna go with easy knockoff, pick up a KO, and that's Garafaric no more! It can be a troublesome Pokemon to deal with Double C unless you know that it has inner focus. Because if you fake out a Garafaric and it goes with a certain move, you might actually be in trouble. So here comes Simipour. I'm gonna go with another knockoff. Barely missing on the KO, getting up rid of the left out. Ow! The attract! The attract! This is actually... Wow! Wow! The attract I'm not gonna even say anything because the attract. There's little to be said. Mike Johnson is a male. Only female thing is this thing, so Priku. So I'm just gonna go with Shadow Ball pretty much. It's gonna pick up a KO on the Hunch Crow if it comes in. Also, it will deal an hefty amount of damages to the Flygon and the what's the Ghost Eyes. What's that thing? Frostlass. Yes, indeed, Frostlass. The evolved from Snowrunt, and then the other form is Glalie. But most people use Frostlass because it has better stat distribution and all that. So anyway, my Enthunera, which is meant to be female, but it is showing to be male. Hunchcrow coming in, and I would say that this was a very interesting match. Interessant match indeed. It's gonna go with Shadow Ball, my Blizzard coming in on this turn. And that's pretty much gonna seal the deal with Flamethrower, as it's gonna go with Psychic dealing little damage, getting his Spectre drop, and my Flamethrowers. Oh, that is a. I get the burn! Yes, indeed. And they're gonna forfeit, and we're just rising up on the ladder. 3 wins are still going. So anyway, we're just gonna look for another battle this time. The 4th battle today. So yeah. I mean, 4th battle of this session anyway. So my opponent actually is bringing a very interesting team on the table. Leeds, Skarmory, or Jolteon. There's also possibility of a Lead 8, but I'm not too sure what they're gonna do there. Clefable, I don't think that's gonna be anywhere. I think it's gonna be the Magic Guard shenanigans with Cosmic Power and all that jazz. So I think the Xavier is gonna beat on every lead matchup except for the Skarmory, which I can pretty much final Gambit and get rid of that way. Because Skarmory actually is gonna be a bit of a problem or nuisance otherwise. And yeah. They're gonna take their time. I'm gonna be a bit of an impatient person or personnel anyway. So okay, they are gonna make a decision. They are gonna make it Manako! The Infernape. So I might as well go with Brave Bird, take it out that way. If it's Soy Scarf, then let it be. I'd say forfeit on the first turn. I mean, that would have been a bit of an interesting match, but whatever. We're gonna jump on the 5th match on this session, the last one, pretty much. So this man actually is bringing a very interesting, yes indeed, another interesting team onto the table. That's what you happen when you're pretty low on the ladder, but yeah, more interesting stuff, the better. So as the main fact, we are gonna see that they are probably gonna lead off with either Greninja or the Charizard. The possibility of Zoroark lead is also there. Cloyster is a possible lead as well. Or Shuckle, actually. Yeah, Shuckle. I'm not too threatened by Shuckle. It's gonna go with... most likely it's gonna go with Sticky Web or Stealth Rocks on this turn. I actually like using Shuckle. I thought about using a team with Shuckle at the beginning of the era of X and Y because it got Stealth Rocks and Sticky Web. But then later I realized that I need Pokebank or Shuckle to get Stealth Rock, so I was like, I must wait 3,000 years. So they're gonna go with Substitute, actually. I'm just gonna get her Stealth Rocks. I'm not too sure what Infestation Substitute, huh? I'm not too sure what this Shuckle is really up to. I mean, it has Substitute. I'm not too threatened by the Substitute, really, because Shuckle behind a Substitute isn't that threatening. So, here's the thing. Now I'm just gonna be able to go with another Head of Iron Head, and take it out! With the Expert Belt boosting the power of the Iron Head. They're actually gonna bring in Manaphy. I'm just gonna go with a safe EQ because I don't want this thing to set up a tail glow like it does here. I'm gonna get a critical hit, and this is the time when I am going to bring in Jellicent on this turn. Surf isn't going to do that much. So now I'm just hoping that Shadow Ball is gonna be enough to KO. the mana fee. And yes, it is! Yes, it is! Balky Jelly is pulling us through once more. And Cloyster is gonna coming on this turn. And let's Will always. Let's hope that Will always hits. And that's gonna be it. I'm happy I was stacking this thing. Oh, it's Star. Okay, it's Zoroark. It's Zoroark. Definitely. Definitely Zoroark in disguise. So. Let's bring in Xavier. Yeah, might as well go with the easy Brave Bird and take this thing out. I'm not too threatened by it. Because the thing is that the Zoroark isn't going to be that big of a deal. I'm gonna outspeed it and I'm just gonna KO to the Brave Bird. Oh yes, indeed. So Xavier, let's take it out and critical hit. It's not gonna matter. It's a reckless boosted Brave Bird from a Staraptor. You think that critical hit mattered? You're wrong. So anyway, I don't have max attack on that thing, but it doesn't matter that much. So I'm just gonna go with another Brave Bird. Really, the thing is that another Brave Bird really is the thing what to go for as it goes with Rock Blast. Actually, it's gonna miss, so that's pretty nice on my behalf because I get to go with Brave Bird and pretty much seal the deal from this point. So yeah. Sorry about the cut there, I apologize, but for some reason the narration cut off. But what I can see here is that I still have my Xavier, and he was able to clean up the game from that point with no question about it. It turns out goes Mega, I go with Brave Bird, outspeeded with Scarf. And then there's the Greninja, and because my Scarfer is meant to outspeed over base 100 Scarfers, it's going to die unless it's a Scarfer itself, which it isn't, and that's, my ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be the game! So, I thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for enduring my narration, and as always, leave a like, leave a comment, and as always, have a fine day! And regarding this last match, you're not gonna hear the narration of it because, quite frankly, I'm not going to post narrate it because I don't even remember it that well. So yeah, as always, have a fine day.